Oh, this is a map where a tragedy is just waiting to happen. Supreme, the middle is an absolute blender. You blink and someone's gone into Narnia. You got sea on both sides, a single land bridge down the middle, and 8 players per team yeeting them into the metal grinder. No diplomacy, no breathing, just pure, unfiltered chaos. If you're wondering what it looks like when strategy gives up and raw violence just takes the wheel, you're about to witness it firsthand. And drop your prediction down in the comments below. And who do you think is going to win this match? And while you're at it, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I'm always going to be bringing you the best beyond all reason content there is. This isn't going to be a match. It's going to be a bar fight, a tech convention, and nobody's going to leave their pants on. And with that, let's get straight into it. As the battle down the middle is about to begin. As a few ticks have already been sacrificed to the gods. Perhaps Green was wanting to give up an offering so he could have better luck this year. Who really knows what's going through a metal maniac's mind? No one. Psychologists fear them, and I am terrified to even talk to some of these players because they are unhinged beyond belief. But it looks like we have Orange here going to be trying to take the front line, and his commander is going to be the first one up to grab these 4.3 metal extractors, which is huge for his economy. Right now he's only making 9 metal a second. Metal's the main resources in Beyond All Reason, and doubling your economy is huge. Allows us to spot out more units and really take a foothold on the battlefield. Locking down this front line harder than Fort Knox is going to be Toomey's goal here. As the battle rages on, there is a huge metal field, 1.1k on the floor right now, with an additional 300 on the side. You got a side dish and a main course, boys. Pick your poison, grab your forks and your spoons, because you're about to see these manders chowing down on some wreckage. We may be asking, how do these corpses get here? Well, when a unit dies, it drops between 60 to 70% of the metal it takes in order to fund that unit into its battle. We have a Centurion now up on the fray. This thing is basically a tier 1.5. It's beefy, bulky, and it pops a wallet. But against 5 incisors, it has to be careful, as even in a 5v1, this thing can crumble into dust. Just like my career. Toomey looking to walk up here, perhaps grab another metal node, which he's gonna do. No. Opting to repair his unit first. He's a medic at heart, but a goblin in the brain, as he chooses to go for the metal node after all, instead of healing his homie. Meanwhile, the Resbot here is taking up all that good stuff. And the green players here, green 1 and green 2, looking to fortify their position, as pink, Timo's teammate, looks to back him up. As the front line gets established, let's zoom out on the map and really see what's going on. The C players have just started entering the fray here, as they're looking to get C superiority. C usually takes a couple more minutes to be useful in the game, but when it does start kicking in, it's the most powerful unit in the entire game. So make sure we stay tuned to that. Tumu here getting heavily pushed by these incisors. Is this the death push or the push that could decide the game? A few D-guns coming out, one-shotting the units. He forgets to turn it on as a couple incisors break through. We have 6 tanks been let loose. They're off their leash, and they're about to be headed into enemy territory. About to carve a hole through this base and through this man's heart as he watches his units crumble into dust. Nothing left but environmental storytelling. His base will be told throughout the ages of how not to hold the front line as the incisors cook him good. There goes up the factory. That is GG. Orange is now basically out of the game, and the incisors are not done. They smell more. They smell the rust. And they're hungry, dude. They're hungry like a hippo, dude. They're going to be looking to chomp down on pink next. New chapter, new victim, as another pink player here going to be falling right beside him. The fireworks are beautiful. If you're a blue team enjoyer, the incisors about to fall, but not before they do catastrophic damage emotionally and physically to the red player. Fury, now seeing what happened to his teammate, decides it's in his best interest to now take over Orange base, as he thinks he is now more useless than a snail. Meanwhile, Blue's has been ecoing up, furthering their advantage here. Orange is crippled. What does that mean for the game? Well, Blue now has a significant advantage on the front line here. Smart Boy left to fend for himself. Hopefully his IQ is high enough to hold down 1-on-2. I definitely can tell you mine is not. I'd be screwed in this position. But meanwhile, the Centurion's here looking to hold the line just fine. His job is to stall. Stalling is a very important skill and beyond all reason, as dying slowly, believe it or not, can make or break your team. And I believe Smart Boy is smart enough to realize that he has to turn into a stalling tactic. The Whistler's here looking to poke him down, but Orange, with a few pawns, will look to push that back. But straight into the guard towers, the meat grinders have been activated. And Tumu is now just sacrificing more units to the green A0 god. With a couple of reinforcements now on the board here, being supplied by another player here. Smart Boy has taken over the commander. One of the players has left for red team. Let's see if they can cook up. Let's see if they can hold the line here. Meanwhile, green is still ecoing. No support yet on the front line. This could be huge, as now what was once a 2v1 has turned into a 3v2 for red team, as they're now starting to dive onto A0 here. They are throwing harder than when I throw my controller at my TV from dying to an Elden Ring boss. A travesty. Devastation. A commander has fallen. John here looking to eat that up. Grab your forks, grab your spoon, boys, because it's an all-you-can-eat metal buffet. And oh, I'm hungry. Tumu here, still with the man with the plan. Looking to get as much reclaim as possible. And his position, that's the best thing he can do. Meanwhile, their third teammate is still sleeping at the wheel here. No help whatsoever. What's he doing back here? He's opting just to tech up fully into tier 2 to get these insanely powerful metal extractors that give him $9 per minute. Meanwhile, yellow opted to avoid that. So what does that mean, boys? That means red's on a timer. Red has to get enough damage done, weaken them physically and mentally enough to put them in a psychiatric wards, can come back here and win. But as of right now though, it looks like blue's holding just fine. No aggression. We do have a couple of ships. Perhaps the sea is the key, as he's now starting to shell away off the side of the coast here, but he's not before. John's able to suck that commander dry. He calls low, but in reality he's 50% HP. That's what I call a bait. Right now it looks like red team is actually making a bit more of a comeback, as red's not only able to help the right flank here, but also win the sea. It's starting to look more like a horror movie. You don't want to believe it, but it's happening, as red's starting to dominate the battlefield more and more. Green is slowly but surely collapsing under the weight of the pressure. Right now though, they are repairing up all their units, looking for a bit of a long haul, as the turrets are well established, well locked in. But the ships here on the left flank looking to rain siege down upon them, stopping any further advancement and preventing green from really pushing up. As they're scared, as they push up too far, the sea will be able to assist them too much. So they're opting for a more defensive playstyle, allowing the red team here to fortify longer. Once again, green tries to push up, but the sea is here to respond immediately, forcing blue to stop that. As both sides of the sea are starting to come really into play right now. But red here has a significant advantage, where the right side is more evenly matched and not able to help the front line as significantly as the red team. It looks like both teams have agreed to a peace treaty, and they're going to be drinking their coffee, maybe having a croissant on the side here, as they look to turtle up and enjoy the show. And as that's happening, let's zoom out and let's explain what's really going on. So right now, blue has a good advantage in eco in the backline here, but the sea is heavily in favor of red. On the right hand flank here, blue versus the white red are about even, and they're on a seesaw. This could make or break the game, but as red is pushing in, let's zoom in here, as this could end light blue's sea dominance on the left flank here, crippling him and sending him out of this game faster than the stock market crash in the 1900s. But blue's base is looking like a ghost town. There's nothing here but a commander and a couple of some construction turrets. He has nothing to defend this onslaught of red. Fury bringing in the pain. This man thought he was building a base, but in reality he was building a graveyard as he dug his own grave. There's no units to defend him. His tidal generators are getting melted left and right. And now the sea completely belongs to Furry here. With no opposition, he'll be able to help anything along the flank here as much as he wants. With armored crumbling into pieces, questioning why he's done this. His brain is lagging. Perhaps he's already uninstalled. We'll have to check in on him later. We'll see how the front line's doing. Still agreeing to their handshake. But meanwhile, Furry, not done putting the nail in the coffin. It is relentless with the pressure, continuing up as best to his abilities. This is huge for Red Team, as the comeback is less of a dream now and more of a reality. As Red has been able to crawl their way back in from what looked like a GG from Orange Blaze exploding in the first couple minutes. Red now has a commanding lead in the sea. They've stabilized on the front, and the right sea here is still even. Blue has nowhere they're winning, but air has started to come in. The bombing run is here. Will the fighters be able to respond? I can't believe their air player is actually playing the game. My air player is always sleeping, I can promise you that. He needs to take some caffeine, as he's always sleeping at the wheel. Looking for more damage perhaps, trying to get the backline economy instead. But these fighters have done 0 damage. Perhaps I misspoke. He's not even gonna get a single bomb off. They're gone. Down. And the air raid was completely irrelevant, getting 0 damage. Just donating to Blue charity, giving Blue a way back into this game. What a roller coaster. I'm just here for the popcorn and explosions, boys. I did not come here for a roller coaster, as this thing is getting epic. As it now can go either way. Air players have wasted their army. The front here is still stabilizing, and no one knows really what they want to do. The artillery is online, slowly poking and prodding. But we have the Pulsar coming up, slowly moving up. Barely can hit the front of green, but it can hit. Perhaps going for a base crawl here, as now Orange, getting a little impatient, decides to send in some pawns to test the waters. Or perhaps he just didn't like those units. And I wouldn't blame the pawns if they start calling HR with the way Orange handles his units this game. Meanwhile, the Lashers looking to poke and prod the Ticks, looking to tickle. In reality, they're just digging their own grave. But here comes the big push. The Lashers mixing with the Ticks, the pawns in the back. As passengers, the Stoots looking to walk up. Mace is now fighting. The Hounds are in the battlefield. If you guys are not cheering, I don't know what you're doing with your life, as this is the mid push that will define the game. The Pulsar online, beaming down those Maces, putting them straight into the metal grinder. Into the scrapyard they go, as the Hounds look to shell away. These base defenses mean nothing in the face of true power. Meanwhile, the Hound still staying still, doesn't want to overextend, as once again you can reclaim units. And the worst thing you can do in this position is get too greedy, get too cocky, and lose your entire army and allow your team to eat that thing up. We don't want to be chefs today, boys. I don't want to be cooking up any meals for the enemy. Meanwhile, what's this? Furry with a sneaky, beaky commander looking to walk in, perhaps looking to get a D-gun on this Geo. The big boy Geo, 12.2k energy. If this goes up, say goodbye to Green's base. He's in range. He fires. The fireworks are beautiful. Windy bin day now, realizing he made a grave mistake. Let's head over to the front line. As the front lines begin to crumble, a double kill gets hit. Those commanders go up in flames, and the hopes and the dreams of the blue team. Along with it, the resign vote comes out. Will it pass, or does blue still have a slimmer of hope? The Ticks are now flooding in one by one. The floodgates have been open, and the pressure is just too much to bear. They're getting crushed by the weight of the Hounds. The Ticks now sliding into their DMs, and they're not able to block them. The hero Tick, 3 stars and a dream, will follow him to the bitter end. He has done no damage, but he is a nuisance. As the Hounds now looking to push further in. The Arbiters here slowly shooting their rockets, hitting ball after ball. The resign boat comes out. And that's going to be GG. What an absolute masterclass we had here today. MVP, hands down, goes to Fury. My man picked it up on the front, picked it up in the sea. This man was everywhere. Land, middle, sea. What more could you ask? If you guys enjoy this cast or want to see more, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Peace.